Okay, if you can hear me, it means that I unmuted my microphone. It also means I forgot to mute my own Twitch, so I just heard myself and it scared the shit out of me. All right, cool. I'm a professional. Don't worry about it. Hi, my name is Mallorie, and I am your game master for Trusting Fates, which is a Kids on Brooms adventure. This is Homebrews and Homebodies. If you've not been here before, I co-founded this channel with my best friend, and this is my first solo show that I'm taking care of all by myself. Look at me go. And this is the first show that I have remembered to unmute myself at top of show. So I am already making such great strides. Look at me go. The biggest things tonight are I will do a recap after we get to the whole cast. It's been a couple weeks since we've been here. We had cast illness and everything like that. Thank you, Star Drew, for double checking me. Thank you, Mama Cat, for double checking me. It's been a couple weeks, so I'm gonna absolutely do a recap once we have our full cast back on board. Only things at top of show is one, this is a mature channel. At least I cuss a lot here. Other people sometimes don't because they're like, this isn't my channel. But I do. So if you don't like that, my apologies. But I'm also not sorry. Sucks to suck, Vanessa says, and I agree. And the other thing is that we use Streamloots here. And that's just if you want to help players in the game. Anything that we make from Streamloots goes into buying materials for players for our next game. Like for Kids on Brooms, I went through and bought copies of everything for everybody. I could have just bought one and distributed or whatever, but I buy a copy of every game, especially when it was at the time that they were doing fundraising for trans youth when they had the sale of Kids on Brooms for that purpose. So I bought copies for everybody. That's what the money goes to and things like that. So if you want to help out, we have those, and I think this is my cue for it, probably. Haha, I do know how to do things. If you want to do that, it helps or hinders our cast while they play. If it hinders them, don't worry, it goes to me and I get to pick that. But anyways, enough about me. Enough about this. Let's go to the trailer, and then we get to go see all of our beautiful friends. So, be right back. Haha. One of these days. All right, I did it that time, and I noticed before anybody could tell me.
To be
that's
fair,
still
though,
growth.
you did really good because you got it before you went into your I always do it when intros are done by the time that I've figured out I was muted the entire time.
I'm very proud of myself that it did not take me as long as it did last time to figure out who it was. I'm also changing over the music because I can't hear this. Okay. I'm also like super deaf. Don't worry about it. I read lips for. But. There we go. Okay. I got it now. Music works. And now we're all back as a whole cast. Look! I haven't seen my lovely friends in 2 weeks. I get to see them now.
It's been 84 years.
It has been. It's been a lifetime.
Okay.
And I've hated every second of being away from you. But now we're back.
Oh, golly.
I love my friends. What can I say? Before we jump all the way back into things, because it's been a couple of weeks, I'm gonna have everybody, if I can even hit a right button, I am so sorry. I'm gonna have everybody introduce themselves, and also please reintroduce your character, including how they look, because, like I said, it's been a hot minute since we've been here, and I'd like everybody to remember all about the wonderful characters you all made, because your art floats over in the gold frame, but I would still like everybody to know. And if someone would like to volunteer, they can, or I will roll dice.
I can go first.
Sure, Hina.
I don't think I ever go first.
You don't ever go first. That's why my face looks like this.
I need to hold on to these while I do this. Oh, hi. Because it always gets tangled. My name is Hina. I am a dungeon mistress over... Mastress? I almost said mastress. That sounds like mattress, so I'm not going to say that. That's a good non-binary term, maybe.
I am for sure a dungeon mattress.
All right, I'm a dungeon mattress now. This is canon. Hi, my name is Hina. I'm a dungeon mattress over at my own channel, twitch.tv/GM Hina, where I run 2 different campaigns. And I play Cera Silverleaf, who is a very cottagecore individual. They, them pronouns. My pronouns, of course, are they, she. Their pronouns are they, them. And they have just wavy red hair that kind of comes down to the shoulders, a little bit past the shoulders. They wear lots of bright like pins of sunflowers, as well as these lovely academic chains on their glasses with 2 fragile silver leaves at the end. They have freckles, and they just always have a warm smile to their face, as they like to be the light of their friends' lives, and they are the reliable bestie. And that's Cera. So excited to get back into it. I'm super excited. Oh my gosh.
That's adorable.
Thank you.
Okay, so then, Hina, you get to pick who goes next. Why
Oh,
not? We're starting chaos tonight.
ooh! I'm
You
gonna
get
roll
to
a dice because I don't know. Trout.
Huzzah! Hi. My name's Trout. My partner Adam and I make Trixie Wizard comics, and you can find us at Trixie Wizard all over the joint. Yeah, I'm playing Vole Kaigan. They use they them pronouns like me. They have a little black Pomeranian named Eddie who doesn't bark but is the most loyal good friend. Vole has black, very clearly chopped hair, like by themselves with a pair of safety scissors, not even with magic. They have a double piercing in their nose with a little chain connecting them. They are they look like they've never seen the sun, and they look like they've never slept, and their background is the haunted survivor. They're not secretive about it. They don't really know how to talk to anybody not cryptically and not kind of with an air of doom on their voice, but they're a steadfast friend. Their magic primarily consists with protecting other people more than anything else. It's kind of, they put all their chips on that. So they love their friends dearly and are very thankful they accept how strange and out of place they are. I want Candace to talk.
Hi, I'm Candace. My pronouns are they, she. I'm playing Sybilline Brunson. Also they, she? Whatever.
Sure.
She is a reluctant oracle who sees things that perhaps they would rather not. Including really miserable things about their friend Vole. Because our DM is heartless. You can find me at that Candace girl on Twitter, which I refuse to call by the other thing because it's Twitter. And you can find me at not Twitter, at Candace Magnificent or at Candace Marie, all one word. I should stream more on my Twitch channel, and I don't, but I will soon, I think. Vanessa.
With Lactaid.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Vanessa. I mostly stream over on Fem Gamer Party, where you can catch me. We are on hiatus right now, but on Sundays, you can catch me GMing our homebrew D&D campaign, Outsiders in Ambrica, where we have literally nobody's character is actually from the homebrew world that I created. They're all from different places, and it is just absolute chaos. Always. I apparently can't be part of a game that's not just like, it's awesome. I love it. This is living my best life. I'm playing Derryth, Gold, who is they are just, they're just really interested in learning stuff about everything, and I don't really know how to talk to people, but I can talk about stuff. And people seem to like that, so yeah, that's she's an offbeat eccentric, and she has her fun little owl named Morel, like the mushroom, who is her buddy. But these are her buddies too. She's pretty sure.
She is correct.
Yeah.
I've just written so many poems at this point. Like, you have to believe it.
You have to believe.
Well, she just like
Derryth,
doesn't
I don't
know
even
what that
care
means.
if you don't, yeah.
Believe.
She's like, I'm pretty sure this is what friendship feels like. I don't really know, but it feels right. So I'm gonna say yes. These are my friends. She's just like, cool. All right. She doesn't know anything about anything socially. Just completely socially inept.
Oh my gosh.
I love her so much. Don't mind me, Starger. I'm making stupid comments in the background, and my microphone was still muted, so it didn't matter. I would much rather Vanessa have kept talking anyway. But hi, I am Mallorie, and I play anyone and everything else in this whole world. I am super excited, but I owe everyone a recap. It's been a couple weeks. I don't know if these four remember where I left them. Maybe they don't, maybe they do, who knows. In case you all don't, though. So we are actually only a few days into this school year, which is probably mind-blowing considering everything that's happened in the first 3 days of their new school year. Everybody got back to school only to find out that Cera's 2 younger twin siblings have somehow shown up on campus and may or may not be poisoned. Thankfully they weren't. But somebody tried very hard to make Cera think that these 2 kids were actually in danger. The 2 newest faculty members are twins, Isla and Adara Breville, and they've been acting weird, but have now adjudicated the Fates exams for these 4, who were offered to take it as a group, even though that has never happened before in any time Briderra has ever existed. And as they went about to sign up for their exams, Sybilline had a lovely vision of Vole talking to someone that I don't even think some of our party members have ever seen yet. But it's probably something they will learn about very, very soon. As they started their exams, Derryth had their own little moment that also I don't think you've had a chance to tell anybody about yet. So that'll be interesting to share today. It was super lovely. I don't know what you're talking about. It's been great. It's been super duper. So it seems like a lot may have to be explained tonight, which is why this episode is called Looking for Answers. They went about their exam only to find that they had to reveal 7 portraits who looked like them, which was a little weird. Specifically looked like the 4 of them, along with Axel, Isla, and Adara, before a door opened up to the basement, and they found themselves in a maze that will only open itself in the center if you are able to align your colored lanterns correctly. And after they were able to do that, they were able to align some planets in a table, specifically the planets that will make up the syzygy that is coming up in just a very short amount of time, what should have been a couple of weeks is speeding up very, very quickly. And in our last moments of last episode, Axel, who is an American teacher, they are have long blonde hair and blue eyes, but are have been at Briderra forever, as a student before and now as a professor, opened their mouth to have a very feminine British accent, and reveal themselves to be Bridget Aratus, who founded this school 436 years ago, and has now asked for their help. So this is where we open back our show. So we are literally starting the moment that that phrase ended last episode. So start where you may.
Well, that's a lot.
Is figuring out what you need our help with another part of the test, or are we done with the test now?
No, you're done. This was long and complicated, and I didn't ask for any of this, quite frankly. No, you're finished.
But I have a couple friends that really need to know if they passed, so if you could just tell them.
Oh, you're
they
fine.
will worry.
You're fine. This is not. I mean, it's real, but it's not like real. The two of them are going to pass you no matter what. And the twins just both sort of are like. Yeah.
I'm looking around at my friends who would care about their grades, just to see them like.
Cera just kind of like smiles towards Vole and kind of appreciates it a little bit, but is mostly just like kind of trying to get a vibe check on all three of them, just kind of watching and analyzing as they are known to do, being, used to social interactions. This all feels very weird.
You can feel free to make a charm roll if you would like.
Oh boy, I'd love to be the first one who rolls. 1 second, please. Hi.
Your DC is 10 for the twins, but if you want Bridget too, it's going to be 15.
Okay.
Especially because she's in another person right now, so...
I would assume so.
Bridget's really busy.
Doubly hard to read some facial expressions at this point when it's not even her face.
I got a 10.
Okay, cool. Then you can easily have both of the twins. They both... The like, air of confidence that you've seen them have through the school, even though it was, like, this confidence of, like, needing to fake it till you make it, sort of, that's gone. They're in the same boat you all are in now. They're just like, okay, I'm gonna sit here and keep my mouth shut and do what I'm told to do.
Then I'm just really gonna keep an eye on our lovely possessed individual over there.
I mean, possessed is probably a good word.
Does Axel know what's happening right now?
Sort of.
That's not really an answer.
So this is not the first time that I've done this, but he sits like kind of back here and he just watches.
They consented to it?
Oh yeah, they're fine. They know what's happening. I came in through a painting first before I asked them if I could ever do this. That was a couple of years ago, but we have chats. It's important that, we work together on this because I can't really move in a painting.
Wait, did you come through to talk to them about this specifically?
Yes.
3 years ago?
Yes.
But I was here 3 years ago.
You were all here 3 years ago.
So why didn't you tell us then?
It wasn't time yet, per se.
Who decides
So that means
when it's time?
Unfortunately, none of my friends. Rather my enemies. And, I tried as long as I could.
So when you say that it wasn't time, then that would conclude that certain things need to be met. So
Correct.
that means that we're probably all in danger if that's the case. Is that correct to assume?
Correct. Unfortunately, it's not that I meant to drag any of you all into this. I have tried to push it until you were seniors, because at least then I knew you were graduating, and it means you had learned everything you could here. So you had your best shot at what is about to happen.
So, are we here because we're related to the people on the wall?
Sort of.
I'm really getting pretty tired of the word sort of.
Okay.
Are we the people on the wall?
I don't think I'm my ancestor.
It's very complicated. So you see,
I am really good at understanding complicated things.
I am
That's very
so
true.
sure that all four of you are. The very brief version. You four, well, six, I suppose, if you include the twins, though their mission's a bit different. Come from a line of someone that worked with me to make this school real. Cera is the only direct descendant left because of reasons. Mostly because her family is just quite large, and so they survived anyway. Some that have not survived. Your essence, for lack of a better term, it's very magical and convoluted, and I'm not the one that did it, quite frankly. But you three are still descendants, just like not directly bloodline descendants. It doesn't matter. The 6 of you equal the 6 of them that you got out on the wall.
Is it a transference of consciousness, or is it something a little bit more convoluted?
Oh, more convoluted than that. You don't have their anything because they still exist.
Where?
Therein lies the problem. Exactly.
Is that the bad part?
It's the bad part.
Yeah, okay.
Those special earrings that you wear, Derryth.
What?
The earrings that you wear?
Yeah.
The diamonds?
Yeah.
Do you understand that those are not gems?
No.
Yeah.
They're not. They're glass. They're from the windows.
Oh.
You've been hearing things, I assume? Seeing things that have to do with the windows, Derryth.
There's someone was knocking on the windows, remember?
No, it wasn't. Yeah, knocking on the windows.
Yeah. So you... Derryth, please explain what else you saw with the windows. I know you haven't told them yet, but I could see it, and I tried very hard to stay still while you were experiencing all of that.
So so Vanessa has a terrible memory.
No, you're
just
good.
the worst.
I got you.
Respect.
I saw like shadows of it was 8 or 9 people, right?
7.
No, 7 people. Okay.
You're good. You're doing really great. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and they were like, but I couldn't really tell who they were or what they were doing, but it was just like loud noises and these shadows, right? Or was there something else that was happening?
They were like pounding on the windows, like seeming like they were trying to break them open. There was one at every window except for one like way in the back, like they were standing far away.
Right. Okay.
And it sounded like all the windows were going to shatter, which is when you covered your head, and then everything went quiet.
Like went to the floor. Yeah. Okay.
That's when everybody was like, "What's happening to Vanessa? There's gesturing. We don't like this anymore."
I went like this, and everyone
moment.
was like, "Are you okay?"
It felt really good.
Yeah.
So, kind of, I'm sorry, I'm not explaining this very well. I've been in the same place for over 400 years, and you get a bit restless at that point. 436 years ago, we founded this school. 17 years after that, there was an attack.
By who?
That attack turned into a war.
By who?
Complicated, but sort of the opposite of what Briderra wanted to be. We founded the school because kids needed a safe place to learn, to grow, away from adults that wanted them to use powers for bad things. This was supposed to be neutral ground. I didn't want to influence children to be bad, but I also didn't want to influence children to be good. Everyone should be able to make their own choice in life, even if I don't necessarily agree with your choice. And if you turned out to be one of the ones that wanted to destroy the world in the end, I'll come find you later. But
Good and bad by what metric?
moral compass, more or less. The
Yeah.
perfect middle ground is what we wanted Briderra to be.
Neutrality.
Exactly. But we found people that were less than pleased. Specifically those that just wanted dark arts to be, the norm, which people are one to do, I suppose. But it made things complicated, and so when we had grown enough to have a good amount of students, the attack happened, and then it couldn't be stopped. Our students were wonderful, don't get me wrong, but they were still a small class, it was still new children, it was putting first years in a lot of things they definitely never signed up for. And so we held them off as best we could until we had no choice anymore. There was no winning at that point. We didn't have enough. So when people came back, found the grounds of Briderra scorched and burned and destroyed, only one thing stood. And it was the wall that houses all of the stained glass windows in the Great Hall. People thought that we had protected it, but the truth was we made it in time of crisis. It was not what survived, it was the only thing that would let everyone that came after us survive. That war is still happening on the other side of those windows. I'm afraid that you have been hearing that, Derryth.
That's where are they?
Here. Just not here. A version of here that we locked. Sort of. The idea was
And-
that as long as the windows never broke, no one would ever know.
And now they're coming?
I am afraid that we are fighting a losing battle. The 7 of us have tried for as long as we can, but it's getting harder by the day.
What does this have to do with the syzygy?
The last time that a syzygy of this sort happened was the night that the battle began.
Oh, fuck.
And it seems like perhaps whatever on their side has been making it so hard to win maybe thrives in that environment. So we have reason to believe that when the syzygy hits is when the windows will break. And then we don't know. It's obviously been a long time coming, but even with how good the 7 of us were always considered, there was no way that we would hold up forever. No one ever does. So the sort of idea behind all of it is that if we could make some sort of barrier between worlds, something that was pretty, that was your great, however many great grandmother's idea, if we could make it beautiful, no one would ever touch it. And then people wouldn't understand that it was magical, that it was reinforced, that it was all of these things, and they wouldn't try to investigate, and they wouldn't try to break things, and they wouldn't try to disenchant, because people are curious, and unfortunately very stubborn.
How are we gonna help? I'm not very good.
No, you're wonderful. If you weren't, then I would be talking to other people right now. The idea, and again, this was not mine, this was the 6 of theirs, and I just sort of went along because it was the best that I could do, was that if the time ever came, there were a set of standards put in place that we would be able to know years and years and years in advance. Except it didn't work that way. What happens is that there is a set of twins. She like kind of motions to the two of them that are made in generations. They don't stay in one family. They hop from line to line until they are back in the correct line. And when they are back in the correct line, that was supposed to be the idea. Yes. So for years and years and years, there were no twins in this family that we could find at all. And we were like, okay, great. It's not happening yet. Fine. Whatever. We're good. But then, about 5 weeks ago, we heard of these two. And we have no idea how they slipped off the radar, except for maybe somebody on the other side tampering with things. But that is neither here nor there. It's too late now. We found them as quick as we could and said, hello, get your asses over here, please. They got here 2 weeks ago. They received your files to look out for you all because the other part hadn't happened yet. Until it did the day you walked in.
May I ask a question?
Of course you can.
One
Cera
question.
will kind of like lean forward a little bit. When we first arrived, my siblings came in and there was some sort of enchantment that kind of barred it, or at least made it appear as though they were extremely ill. Was that anyone within the walls of Briderra?
I would suspect, not on our side, obviously, but on the other. Unfortunately, the hand that you all have been dealt is not one that I would ever wish on anyone at all. And if this was not the only sort of idea that we had at the time, it wouldn't have ended up this way. But I suspect that someone is possibly going to work very hard to try to get the four of you in some sort of fashion to where you cannot be held on. And I suspect that must have been a sort of shot at getting you to go home.
I see.
Perhaps not letting you come back.
I see. She just nods a little bit as she kind of like takes in the information, and they just kind of sit back a little bit.
What precisely are my friends and I meant to do to help you?
Honestly, that is a wonderful question. I suppose end the war, but I don't have a surefire way of saying come fight or fix, like, keep the windows from breaking. I don't know. I have been in one spot for a very, very long time, and I sent ahead, but there's only so much a small dog can do. And she sort of pats the side of her chair, and Eddie runs over to her.
Eddie!
It's so good to see you, my boy. I'm very glad I passed you off into good hands.
Your boy.
He was, but now he's yours.
Ed.
You needed somebody that day, and as someone who is living sort of in between life and death, I saw you. And you needed help, so I sent Eddie after you.
Were you outside?
I was.
I saw you.
You saw me and the others.
I don't know a thing about this enemy you're telling me about. But if you saw me, I don't think I can't trust you. Who are they?
It was a professor who went too far. He wanted to help make Briderra, but he had a very different vision than the rest of us. He had lost his wife, and stricken with grief, he did not know what to do anymore. And so he just defected to Dark Arts, I suppose. And so when everything happened, he was very on board, minus the fact that he wanted more of a house system that would give him a group of children to teach that would only really go towards the darker of the morally grays, if you will. And that is not how the rest of us wanted to divide houses. It was not based on your moral code. It was based on how you thrive.
Can they be reasoned with?
I honestly have no idea.
If we are the side you say we're on, I think that would be worth a try. Because it seems like you're telling me that their side is the might makes right side, not ours.
I would suspect that it is worth a go, but from over here, unfortunately, you cannot. I could try when I get back, but I'm sort of his least favorite person, as I'm sure you can imagine.
How could we communicate if we wanted to?
Axel knows how to get a hold of me, but unfortunately, none of the other 7 have a way to be over here.
Can we use some kind of way to get there, or?
I'm afraid of trying before the windows break. We can't risk anything speeding this along.
But if the others could see the train, isn't that a way to see the other side?
Train, yes, but that train itself travels between life and death. You were not in this world while you were there.
I'm considering something that you've told us before. You said that even though the 3 of my friends are not ancestors of the other 3 that you spoke of, I am an ancestor of mine. Is it possible that we could use that to our advantage?
Give me a brains roll about it.
Oh no, my worst one!
It's gonna be great.
Look, you're coming up with big brain ideas over here. I can't just let you not roll for it.
Can I also roll for the big brain idea?
You
Because
sure can.
like Sybilline is pretty messed up right now.
Okay.
Please go for it.
It wasn't great.
I got a 15.
Oh, that's way better than mine. Mine's a 3.
Okay, so you said you have a 3?
Yeah.
Bless
Oh,
your heart.
no.
Yeah.
Me as a player knows like good ideas. Sarah's got
no.
a D8 for the brains.
You're wonderful. Don't worry a thing about it. Sybilline's got you anyway. It does not occur to you as Cera, but it definitely occurs to Sybilline in this moment that you probably could not talk like directly to them, but if Derryth could hear everybody and see everybody through windows might be your best shot.
I let everybody know.
Perfect. And Bridget will kind of nod, like hearing this.
I think like Sybilline also kind of makes the connection to Cera that windows were like the conduit between us seeing their siblings last time too.
That's
So,
true.
Like it's
So then-
kind of like appearing in multiple places.
I see.
so then what's the magic? Is the magic in the reflective surface or in the reflection itself?
The magic itself is the glass. It doesn't look like glass on the other side, by the way. We can't just let them know there are windows there. That'd be unfortunate and also stupid. They would just break them. They would come in. It was a long-term solution that we needed. You all couldn't touch them, and we knew that Watkins and everybody else that came down the line would just say, "Oh, they're pretty and historical. Don't touch them," because that's what people tend to do. On the other side of it, it just looks like a crumbling stone wall. No one tends to bother with it because it just looks like fallen bricks.
It just blends in with the rest of the scene.
Correct. All of the rest of the rubble that they destroyed.
I see. I mean, it's worth a shot.
I think that you've all had a lot longer to think about this and know a lot more of the nuances than I do. I just think if the plan here is for us to try and find a way to seal a lot of people somewhere forever or to fight them, we probably ought to know if any of them have had some kind of change of heart. I probably sound like a kid. I am a kid.
No,
It
I
just seems
agree.
like a pretty heavy sentence to lay on a lot of people I've never met.
I agree with 100% with Vole.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just condemn that many people straight away for something they did 400 years ago.
Not only that, but given that much time, hearts have to change at least slightly. Doubt starts to set in. People start to wonder. Their curiosity peaks. There has to be something we can possibly do to appease to that curiosity and show them that there is an alternative.
Well, not to be, the the downer, but it's also possible that their beliefs have become solidified and that they've become bitter. But
It's
that doesn't mean it's not worth trying.
It's moot until we've spoken to them.
I think that it's possible at least that if we could at least even get half or even a little less to consider that could weaken them at the very least, those that would cause harm. I'm not saying that everyone's probably doubting what they did. I'm just saying that possibly that with that much time passing, that means that we possibly could get those that are curious to understand.
Of course, I'm not even sure that we'll be able to save or convince anyone. In the business of dealing, in the interest of dealing with our own souls, to square with ourselves, don't we have to at least say that we got into this for the right reasons?
I agree.
Oh, I don't care about my soul or reasons. I just want to make sure that everybody gets a fair shake.
I agree with that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Bridget kind of looks at you, Derryth, and goes, "No wonder you come from a Palamore."
From what?
A Palamore? That's the...
Your
the
portrait was all yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a Palamore, for sure. But
Oh, am I? I'm not though. I'm Marilyn.
You are, but you're one of those that ride the line. If you were here when we were here, it would have been an interesting discussion over who got you.
That sounds like it's a bad thing, but I'm going to take it as a compliment.
It should be a compliment. You're very well-rounded, Derryth.
Oh, thank you.
Do you have any idea for where we start for creating some sort of magic that we could speak through the glass to the people on the other side?
I'm afraid I don't. But I could possibly be reasoned that if Derryth's earrings let her hear things from the other side and see things from the other side, that perhaps something made of glass as a focus would help.
It's possible that we could use my earrings as a focus, but I think that probably our best bet would be to use some kind of mirror near the stained glass, because that way we could try to see if we can get a reflection of something from the other side. So maybe if we use my earrings as a focus in the same space as the glass, we could focus.
This is probably a really silly idea. Do you all know what a periscope is?
No.
Yes.
If we stand on either side of this wall, it might involve a couple mirrors. A trick to send an image reflecting through a couple mirrors back over the other side. Kind of trick it, see if we can catch something that's interdimensional. I don't know. I think beyond just looking into a mirror, we have to shoot an image between two mirrors, and maybe we can see what's in between. Does that sound right?
Maybe we can look through the glass in my earrings and do it that way. Put one on each. I don't understand how that. What's a periscope?
It's a tube that uses a series of mirrors that lets you see something by letting the mirrors reflect against each other, so you can see higher up or down below. It's pretty clever. I've never built one or anything. I think they use them on submarines. A submarine is a boat that goes underwater. I already, yeah.
And then we spend the next hour just on that rabbit hole. Just
we do live together. This is our day to day every morning.
Rabbit holes upon rabbit holes.
Sybilline goes to like
the thing about
answer
Derryth
for
is they
you
know a
every
lot,
time.
but like not. They know a lot about like very specific things. And not a lot about.
Okay.
I will be.
No, I just love that it went down a rabbit hole a little bit there, and I just imagine it continues down that rabbit hole if we don't stop it.
I'm just saying, Trout will be very jazzed if the answer to this is a mundane thing that like folks without magic just build. Like that would be neat as heck.
Look, I love common sense in a magical world. Sometimes not all your problems can be fixed with magic. Sometimes it's just about some duct tape. How about that?
Duct tape is magical. Let's be real here.
I mean, that's true.
How they get it so silver, we don't know.
We don't know.
Who knows?
How does it work?
Fucking magnets.
What were we doing? Yeah.
Believe there was the discussion on periscopes.
Oh, right, we're saving the world. Right, got it.
Yep, that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's one final question here for Bridget. So I'm assuming it goes without saying, threat to Briderra extends to the rest of the world, magical and non-magical. Yeah.
Depending on how massive a successful failure this is. I mean, there is a reason that we made this school in a very hard to find place. If everything blows up here, there's only so much of the world it can harm if it's a small blast radius.
Oh, good. But like us.
More than likely if it goes south, yes.
Yeah. I kind of figured.
Thanks for letting us get to the end of our school term, just in case it goes poorly.
I understand that it seems bleak, but I think we can do this.
Bleak?
I do believe in us.
I can
This
do anything.
is so exciting. What are you talking about? This is great. This is the most fun I've had at school in years.
Sarah kind of looks downward a little bit. And then they'll look towards Trout and kind of like put a hand on theirs and just kind of squeeze gently.
I think we can do this.
Mm-hmm.
Because
yeah,
I want to make sure at the end of the school year we can sit at our tree.
Yeah, let's try and make that a promise. That'll make me feel better, huh?
It's a promise.
Okay. Well, we're lucky to have the greatest clairvoyant in Briderra in our party. So that will help potentially, combined with some mirror trickery, and we'll see what happens. What's the contingency if people would like to defect from the Forever War?
Like, what do we do?
Yeah, how do we help people?
I don't know if we have the answer to that question yet.
That can definitely be something we look into together.
Can I maybe posit that if that's what we learn, that's the next thing we figure out? If there are people who genuinely want a fresh start and a new shake, I think they need to be the most important.
I agree.
Well, to be honest, if we can convince enough people to stop fighting, we might just break the windows.
I really quickly look at Bridget, that supposition that we would break the windows.
Her eyes got real big.
Aha!
Sybilline is pacing now. Lots of
Sarah
stress.
Sarah will watch.
Stress.
I don't like breaking things. I'd much rather fix things.
I don't love the idea of you all breaking anything until it breaks on its own.
And then everyone's gonna know, and then like we're not gonna have time to just talk it out. It's just gonna be spilling over into our world. There's got to be a better way. I mean, I'm not the most charming, but you guys are charming.
This is where I start wondering what's everyone's charm stat. 'Cause
Bless
I'm like,
Sarah.
oh.
It's the D4, friend.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Oh, no.
Really, Sarah's the only one with a good charm score in this group.
And I mean, everybody knows you anyway because your family is famous.
That's
so
true.
I vote Cera does it.
What? Is there a look a bit surprised?
Just the diplomacy check.
Diplomacy. I mean, I can come with cool facts. I got facts.
I have never really taken a diplomatic position. But if it helps, I'll do what I can.
Celine like
Listen,
looks at
there's
everyone's
no time-
face like this is a diplomatic position in this group right now. Right this second. It's here. Right now is the moment.
My time is up. Your time is now.
Yes.
No, wait. I got that backwards. Shit.
It's going great. It's going great. You're doing great, sweetie.
This is fine.
It's fine. Everything's on fire and it's fine. Sarah I will say Sarah does look nervous, but there is just that kind of like resolve of like they can be helpful in this moment, and that kind of fills them a little bit with like hope.
So when? Now? After when the moon is high and our souls are willing? Like, when do we do this?
I think it's best that we make sure that we feel as confident as possible before we even consider our options in that sense.
Cover of darkness, probably too. Just fewer eyes on us.
That would be best.
Yes. I think so. Trying to think. Would this maybe be something where we would want to just ask a teacher, not directly about like actually what we're doing, but to sort of ask like to lie and try to get information that could help us build these things.
I could possibly speak with.
And then they look a little bit nervous.
Yeah. What does the headmaster know about all this?
Whoever would like to make me a brains roll can certainly do it.
Frick, I do, but I'm so bad.
DC is 12.
Hoi, oi, oi.
6.
Well, Sybilline is too stressed out. Okay. You get a good score.
I will say, Sybilline, you have 2 extra adversity tokens than what your sheet says, and the rest of you each have 1 more than what your sheet says.
Oh, well then Sybilline
Ooh.
makes it, and she's really interested. She wants to know all about it.
Does anybody else
shit.
make it, or is it just Sybilline?
No. I got a 6.
Okay,
I'd
I'm
have
gonna-
to spend 6 adversity tokens. I don't
I'm
got
gonna
that.
try. I'm gonna try. That's no. Nope. Derryth doesn't know shit.
Can my weird like affinity for my Lost Arcana class help me out here at all?
Yeah, I'll let you do it. Why not?
Because it's the only way I can hit a 12.
I give it to you. Why not?
Oh my god, I rolled an 8. If I roll, this could happen. Ah, no!
Oh no!
We put it out in the universe too soon.
You have adversity tokens if you would like to use them. Sybilline has you covered right now, and like you're gonna get the information. But if you really feel like Vole would get it, then cool.
Sybilline knows so much more than Vole. Like, let's let my friend Sib have this.
Listen, we know who the smart one is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Sarah knows.
So what? No one else puts together but Sybilline at this point. So obviously, you had the run-in with Professor Cadence of like you had the vision of Professor Cadence putting all of this together, but then when everything came down to it, the checks that people made, everyone was sure like Professor Cadence didn't know what was happening. It seems like maybe if Axel can be possessed by Bridget, that maybe other teachers could be possessed by other people.
Okay.
No, thank you. Sybilline has enough excitement in their life.
I'm sure it's fine. Don't worry anything about it. I'm sure the rest of the professors all good.
Well, yeah, maybe. I mean, we can just ask some very non-leading, unthreatening questions about the syzygy and how to build a periscope. Where do we get mirrors?
I think we could probably conjure a mirror or two.
Let's
Break the bathroom mirror.
We could
We
take
really-
them from
we
our
probably-
dorms. There's plenty of mirrors in there.
I do also have some mirrors in my bag. We don't need to break mirrors. I'd rather not.
I
you
think
know,
there's like a luck thing tied to that, so maybe we ought to not do that.
probably
That's
not.
not true.
I mean, I'm not very superstitious, but also I don't want to get in trouble for breaking things in the school.
If we're worried about tipping anyone off by asking faculty who might not be exactly amenable to what we're doing, maybe we can just find the answers to what we need regarding the syzygy and texts.
That's
Not
possible.
horrible. I mean, texts we shouldn't be reading.
Oh, breaking rules. Got it.
I didn't want to stress you out, but
No,
yeah,
it's
that was implied.
I mean, Professor GM, may I ask a question?
Yes, you absolutely may.
Professor GM.
Professor GM.
Professor GM, because
Change
I was going
my
to say
title
Professor
to that
Cadence,
before
but I
next
didn't want to
week.
make any assumptions. Would it be like possible? Like, would Cera know that Professor Cadence has access to these kinds of text, and maybe that we could use that to our advantage?
Yeah, I'd say so. You're like one of her favorite students in the whole school. So
Oh.
I would say you probably know more about her than other students and probably know
Okay.
more of the shit that she's into than other students.
Sure. Well, I mean, I don't know how well I could assist with that, but I could. They take a deep breath. I could distract Professor Cadence while you all do something in that regard. As long as you don't take anything, because I don't know if there's any alarms per se. But
I pull a folded up
Alarms.
paper bag that I keep in my pocket for Cera and just like shake it out and just in case you need to hyperventilate into
thank you.
it.
We'll just take it from you.
Yeah.
And
This
they'll
has
hold it.
happened so many times.
Yeah,
like-
they'll take it. And
Sybilline has like a ooh face.
they look a bit concerned as you have the ooh face. I'm not saying, of course, that I mean, I could. Then they start hyperventilating into the bag a little bit. And then they just kind of calm themselves and they go, I don't mind using my charm, as you so graciously say, to distract if necessary. And if it's important that we figure out how to fix everything, because if I'm going to be a teacher here, I need this school to be here.
Correct. And also,
Just don't
you
forget
are
it's good to
put
break
where
bad
you
rules.
thrive.
What?
Yes? You're put where you thrive. Yes, Palomores are made for this.
Yes. Yes. And then they just nod, kind of like taking a deep breath.
You'll be wonderful, and you'll be a wonderful teacher someday, should this school still be standing. And I hate to rush or anything. You all take all the time you need down here, but unfortunately there's only so long that my corporeal consciousness can stay here.
But if we need to contact you again,
Talk to Axel.
understood. And
They know
Axel
how
will
to
be
get
fully
a hold.
aware.
They know how to get a hold of me. They know that I'm here right now, and they can hear this whole conversation. They're just sort of sitting in the background, not contributing, nor paying attention. They just yelled at me a little bit, but they'll get over it.
Oh.
It'll be fine.
Well, then if they are listening, I will be sure to make you some cookies, Professor Axel, and thanks.
They say
One
thank
thing.
you. I don't like being the middleman here.
What's the name of the professor? The one who lost their wife.
Professor Ashmore.
Thank you.
Very well. If there is anything else, if you have any other questions, these two should be able to answer them. Does not look at the twins, just gestures. If they don't, Axel should know the answer. And she's like sort of like her eyes are up here, like indicating she is talking to them, but like cannot physically look at them right now. And if they don't know, then they'll get a hold of me.
Understood.
I'm just whispering to my friends like, this is so unsettling. I don't
Very much so.
love this.
No, this is so cool.
Again,
we
Derryth,
like. Oh, we
it's
like
really
this.
not.
We like.
no.
We're
It's
okay. We don't like this. I don't. I'm getting mixed signals.
Cera, you can feel however you want.
I don't know how to feel currently.
That's fair. This is a very new situation with a lot of new things and new feelings.
I do appreciate though, Sybilline, that you believe that I could be of assistance in that form. Thank you.
They kind of put their hands to their chest and kind of like look downward a little bit.
I'm just saying, I mean, whenever I'm feeling kind of like unsteady and I'm not really sure what to do next, I'm like, what do I do next? And I ask all of you, and the person who makes me feel the most calm, definitely you.
Cera just kind of blushes a little bit as they look downward and kind of like start playing with their hair, fidgeting a little bit.
And Sybilline like
pulled
straightens
out-
up, realizing that like they're doing something nice. They like look at Trout. So they're looking at Trout. They look at Vole, and they're like, and you make me feel the most determined. And Derryth, you make me feel the most sure. You ask the best questions.
All right.
I'm like slowly standing up from this table, like, can we go?
I think that's the.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
think that's.
you all may go whenever you would like.
Oh, you're still here. Yeah.
For about 20 more seconds, give or take. Any last questions before I pop back over and give Axel their body back?
I think it's best that we just. Oh, go on.
And they
Yes,
look towards
Sybilline.
Sybilline.
So is this like why you guys have been weird this whole time? Are you gonna like not be weird anymore? Or are you gonna still be like,
Oh,
at
that
the
would be nice.
wall, spying?
If you can be normal.
whispering, like
Normal.
You all have been acting very weird towards them. What happened to covert mission? What happened to not arising suspicion? What happened to any of that? And the two
Well, we
of
were very
them just are
suspicious.
like, will not look Bridget in the eye, or just like, I didn't do it, Mom. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry,
Yeah.
Mom.
Sorry, Mom.
I fucked up. I'm sorry.
We'll do better next time,
This woman has
Mom.
like big matriarch energy. of,
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Cera aspires to get to that level of mom friend mode.
Yeah, no,
don't
it's
we
like
all?
she's the ultimate mom friend, but like also is just like mom, and like
Mhm.
no, like you have disappointed Mom,
Oh,
and it
shit.
feels really fucking bad.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Exactly.
That's not a good idea.
I think Sybilline wants to also tell everybody at the table before we leave what they saw in their vision with Professor Cadence and like the book and
Oh,
the
yeah.
ball
Oh,
they
yeah.
found. Like I spill my guts. I tell all that.
Interesting.
Especially about how the twins were there. And I like look at them because
Yeah.
now I know
Bridget
now I know that
also
mommy
looks
is
at
mad
them.
that they've been weird. So
Yeah. Bridget also looks at them. What in the actual fuck have you two even been? God, what have you been doing? You've
That's
been here
a good question.
2 weeks. That picture, like you had one job, and I know that you knew what it was because I was not the person that told you about your destiny, but I know who did. So like,
Sarah's gonna
I
lean
don't.
towards Vole a little bit as they're like doing that disappointment talk.
I feel like I'm watching a mom really give it hard to their children.
Somebody's in trouble.
Sibling, I think that's when you go, ooh.
I mean, yeah, on the inside, I am. I'm just trying
Oh,
to
okay.
hold it together. Siblings like, what if Professor Cadence has a double? What if we're not the only doubles, but the other teachers do too, and they just don't remember?
Oh dear.
So that's why siblings
Oh, dear.
like says what they need to say and then waits patiently, like
Did either of you fuck up anything else before I go? I just would like to check up front so I can know what the hell I need to fix. And the other, Isla just looks at Adara and is like, "You get to talk. Will not be speaking. Absolutely not." And
That good sibling energy.
Adara's kind of like, no, we did not. I would say that we were only slightly suspicious acting, and to be fair, most people thought that the set of twins that triggered all of this would have like a whole lifetime to figure it out. We've had 5 weeks. We've been doing fairly decently.
I do agree that given the circumstances of what we've learned, you have been doing your best. However, again, it would have been better to not have been so weird, perhaps.
You all saw us going through a door you're not supposed to see. That's not even fucking fair.
Well, but also, you also knew about all of my friends when I just introduced myself, and that was a little bit of a big giveaway.
That was Isla's fucking fault. That wasn't mine. And Isla just looks at the ground like is not participating in this conversation at all.
It's kind of, I guess, a little helpful and gratifying to know that adults also have no idea what they're doing.
No,
I mean, it's very important for
we have
students to
no
see that their
idea.
teachers also are still trying to figure out things. No, absolutely.
We're total
I mean,
Oh yeah, we're all
No.
fallible.
Yeah, for sure. Like, no offense, it just makes me less inclined to listen to you when you tell me what to do.
Honestly, that's super fair. You really shouldn't listen to us. We're not even qualified to have these jobs. Like, this was within the school.
Oh dear. Wait, you're not qualified to be teachers?
No, we're certainly qualified to be teachers,
Oh, okay.
but like for
But
us
not
to be in
this.
charge
I
of
understand. Okay.
curriculum is like a lot.
Oh dear.
We only teach certain types of classes. People in charge of curriculum should be able to teach them all. Is that not
No,
like a
that-
common
no,
sense
that's-
rule?
That is fair and valid, as I've been researching and developing my own understanding of teaching. Yes, that is correct.
We can only teach like half the subjects here.
That's fair.
Well, not to break up the party, but we should break up this party and
Please
go
break up the
upstairs.
party.
Yes,
Correct.
Figure out.
I have another side of a wall to be in. So, recap. Don't break the windows until they break for you, please. Impending war. Try to help us stop it when the time comes. In the meantime, please do what you need to do to feel confident in all of that. Study extra magical whatever. Don't tell the teachers.
Of course.
Just these two. But these 3. I'm in this one, this
yes.
one, and those 2.
Understood.
My avatar and also these guys.
Yeah.
The body that I am currently inhabiting, as well
Yeah.
as those 2.
As well as the 2 that get to have their own bodies.
The 2 that I just scolded.
With that though, I must be going. Good luck, and I will see you when the time comes.
Cera will nod.
With that, her eyes go white. And now Axel is back in their own body.
Cera will look towards Professor Axel. What kind of cookies do you like?
Oh, I really like chocolate chip cookies. Also, thank you for the offer. It is really hard to sit back there and not be able to talk.
No, I understand. I will make sure to make those by tomorrow for you.
Thank you. You're a joy, Cera. Does everybody know what they're supposed to do though? Because like I have the Cliff Notes version of anything.
Yeah, I think super clear on stopping this war. I think we all probably just need to go put our heads together about it, unless anyone else has any questions for the good professor. But
No, I think that a stop at the library is probably warranted. And then also maybe we talk to some professors, but not in like a sketchy way, just in a like, hey, this is totally innocent information that we want to know about.
Right.
Way.
If you could just not preface it with "this is totally innocent information that we'd like to know
Right,
about,"
no,
that
absolutely.
sounds not great.
I will be sure to assist in that matter.
Perfect.
Well, listen, I'm not talking to anybody about anything because
That-
that's not.
Cera,
It's fine.
Yeah.
If you let me know which questions to ask, I'm sure I can manage.
maybe we could all regroup at
That sounds
At
like
study
a good
at
idea.
study hall, like
Yes.
Perfect.
big old wing on study hall before, because we
Yes.
definitely magically soundproofed a classroom,
Yes.
and that's our clubhouse now.
Yes.
So
I love that we call it.
Honestly,
call it that.
honestly, really resourceful. I can't blame you all a bit.
Yeah.
Good on you.
I guess we should
Okay.
head on our way.
Yes, you all feel free to
Do
head
we
up.
have to take the fate exams again, or we're done?
No, you're done.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
You got this one.
Thank
The other
you.
kids, when somebody asked you about it, it was really easy, and you all passed with flying colors. Don't worry about
Really easy,
whatever
and we
they
all-
had to do.
Very easy, and we all pass with flying colors. Understood.
I mean, you'll definitely throw them off if you tell them that it was easy for these brainiacs, right?
Well, I'm not a brainiac.
But you're with us.
To be very
Well.
clear, the other kids are literally just doing like basic spell casting and dueling. So
Oh,
we're calling
I'm
it getting a baseline because apparently that's a thing non-magical people say when they're testing. So.
that's fair.
I'm just gonna level with you all. I haven't done homework in about 3 years, and if we say it was easy, people will know.
People
That's
will.
all right.
Yes, we'll talk.
Again,
we'll,
you
we'll
all
come
took
up
it
with
as
our
a
ways.
team. Don't worry.
Yes,
about
that's true. That's fair. Doing teams, it's easier to get away with that lie because if we all did it together, then, I mean, we all have very different strengths, so that makes sense.
Let's leave. Do
Yes.
you all want to leave? I would love
Yes.
to do that. Okay, I'm gonna go. Yeah.
Do you want to leave? I want to fucking go.
I'd like to leave now. Thanks.
Yes.
As you all get up, the three of them will sort of just watch you, almost like the twins are kind of like waiting for permission to be able to leave because they have just got like red to the ground.
Okay. I'm like holding like Wizard of Oz, like holding my friend's arms. Like I feel less reassured. I don't know how you all feel, but I feel worse.
I mean, it doesn't help that the adults
now.
are very much not fully confident either.
No,
Yeah.
not at all. In fact,
Yeah.
I would say that they are probably less confident than we are that they can solve this problem.
To be
That
fair,
we
it
can
is
solve
this
this problem.
it's a very big problem, and putting it to
Yeah,
to
but
us
either
is
we solve
definitely-
it or we die. So
That's-
I don't really
yes.
see a problem with that.
But so say the people who have no idea what they're doing, Derryth.
Right.
Anything that we asked about, they said was too complicated to explain, and any specific information we needed about our foe, they didn't have it beyond the name Ashmore. They have no perspective on their enemy. They have no real information for us at all. I don't feel safe, and I don't really feel confident being self-directed by them.
No, that's fair.
No,
and
no, I know,
I
but-
do believe we should also take matters into our own hands a little bit. I mean,
Absolutely.
as I said, for our fate exams, we get away with that lie that we did so easily because we do have very different strengths, and together, I do believe in us.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying is it doesn't matter the information that they've given us, or it doesn't even really matter the information that we get ourselves, because the fact of the matter is that either we're going to figure it out or we're going to die. So either way, we'll solve it.
That's I suppose that's true.
They were just too
Yeah.
willing to let all the people that they opposed be faceless. I don't trust people
We're
like
not going to do that.
That's true.
Not us, but
No.
they were. All they kept saying was their enemy, war.
They can't all be our enemy. That's impossible.
I
To
don't
be that
believe
black and white.
Sybilline is like sitting there, just like silent in American history from the real world. Like, actually,
Oh well.
they can just be evil a little bit, and their minds can be changed. Yes.
I just
believe-
don't know.
With my black and white, yes, I do understand that they could all be, it could be a hopeless endeavor, but being there for that long, you get tired, I'm sure.
I do think
I
it's
just-
smart
Might
to
not
offer
know.
somebody an out. I mean, nobody wants to just be the same every day forever and ever and ever. And
No.
I do agree. I mean, if magic has been used to secret us away here, maybe they don't even know how long they've been fighting.
I am sure that in that battlefield, there are plenty of people that are very much on the side of evil, but I do believe that there must be some that we can convince.
It just felt
Honestly-
strange to walk away from the moment when they were explaining everything with more questions.
Yes, that's
They
true.
didn't. that they didn't seem very interested in answering. I don't know. They probably know a lot more than I do. It just feels weird to be told not to know anything and then go into this. I don't know. It
No,
rubbed me wrong.
I agree. But we'll do our research as we can, and we'll figure it out together.
If it really is a horrible army of villains that want nothing but to hurt good people, I mean, you all have to know. I'll stand against that, of course. There's no question. I just want to know.
I
Probably
agree
should
with
have asked
that.
if there was a leader. I mean, like,
Professor Ashmore, I think,
Yeah.
is the one.
I've assumed that was the case. Well, if he went the wrong path, it's possible that he's leading the whole thing.
Here, wait, let's go to the classroom. I want to try something.
Sure.
You all are like walking up the stairs, kind of back out of the doorway of the painting, like as you're talking. Was that the?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I assume we were walking and
Yeah.
we're
talking.
talking so quietly though,
Yeah.
so no one else
Oh,
can
yeah.
hear.
This
Like,
so quietly.
no other.
No one could hear
Super-
that.
No,
super
We
quiet.
did the Wizard of Oz walk and everything, so that we could be really close to each
Perfect.
other.
Mhm.
Perfect.
Quietest.
Can I retroactive something really fun?
You absolutely
Can I cast a spell that makes whatever we say sound like gossip within like 5 feet of us? Just like
Yes.
nonsense.
Like we're gossiping about shit.
Like who's dating who, and yeah, like who
I
threw
love
up at a
that.
party, like
Yeah.
Love that.
like stuff Vole would never talk about.
Right,
But-
yeah. 100%. Love that.
That's so perfect. And honestly, please take an adversity token because I
Oh,
love
cool.
that shit so much. Please take that.
Good
Um,
job! Woo!
I love that. So as you all are walking and you've cast this, so like the few students that are passing you by in the hallway now are like hearing you all talk about all of these like things. But as you all keep talking, you realize the noise around you is fading. And those students that have been walking past you as they take each step fade a little bit more out of existence. Until
What?
you all stand in an empty hallway. And we're gonna take break right there.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. It's just
Not
that
okay.
everybody
Not okay.
disappeared. I'm sure it's
Danger!
fine.
Danger, Will Rob. Danger.
Danger! Oh, damn it, you beat me to it.
It's just a small disappearance of possibly every student in the building. Maybe more. I don't know.
Oh God.
Who's to say?
Who's to
Truly.
say?
You! It's you!
Who's to say?
It is.
God,
You know,
please.
when Candace said something about being a heartless GM, I almost unmuted and said something about it, but then I was like, you know what? No, they're right. They are. I'm not gonna correct that. But it's just because I love you all so much. It's fine. I'm
Oh,
sure
okay.
it's okay.
Sure.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
sure.
just go on a quick break real quick. We'll take like 10 minutes. Grab a snack, grab a drink, all that sort of thing. And if you want to see where the students went, come hang out again. When we're back. But in the meantime,
All right.
see you in 10.
Let's go.
Bye.
right. Okay.
Hi, friends. Look at me. I brought us back and I muted my audio. Growth. Sorry we took a hot minute. There were a lot of conversations happening, including some where we're either going to have lunch together over Zoom or we're all going to Iceland or both. Just
Both could
like
happen.
vacation. Just vacation. Just like a casual vacation with your friends. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. This music is entirely too loud. What just happened? Anyway. Also, we might take a trip to Vegas. Vegas seems much more attainable than out of the country. So
We're working on it. We're working on it.
We'll go with that. But all I'm saying is sometimes you just need a nice vacation.
Maybe
with your
all
friends that
three.
you met on the internet. Sometimes that's just what you need. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean,
So
we just did it, so
we did just do it. That's fair. For those that are not in the sphere of any social media where you would have seen this, Vanessa and I just spent a D&D weekend together with 9 other people. We played a gigantic game, and we are trying to rescue a kidnapped girl that was taken by a cult at this point. We did not get to finish. We're finishing the rest of it online. But it was wild, and I used not to open a cabinet, and I had to drink liquor out of potion bottles, and I did the puzzle wrong, so my character was blinded for 5 in-game minutes. 2 other characters turned into ferrets. My bodyguard gets haste for the rest of the day until their next long rest, which is ridiculous, because when you
because
cast it,
you're
you
a
get it for
wizard,
a
and
minute.
that's probably a good thing that you
Yeah.
need,
That was my
you probably could
bodyguard.
use a quick bodyguard.
Yeah, exactly. I needed a quick bodyguard because my AC is 11 in that game, and that's only because I took a cloak of protection. I am the ittiest of bittiest and the squishiest, and it is upsetting. But yeah, take D&D vacations, y'all. They're the best. Highly recommend.
TTRPG friends are the best friends.
My dream is for real to take a cross-country train trip with friends who just play D&D. I mean, like with me the whole way, like while the train's trundling.
Trout,
We should be playing a
I would
game.
go
I just-
anywhere on a train with you, Trout. Anywhere.
Let's do
Anywhere.
Let's
it.
go.
I love train travel.
I've never
It's
been
the
on a
best,
train
right?
before.
Train
Travel.
trains, you can rent like a room on it and stuff.
When you like fall asleep in one place and you wake up somewhere completely different, it is the
Tremendous.
most romantic
Yes.
thing.
Yes, it
Like,
is. You
oh,
wake up and there's
beautiful.
like mountains.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Go to sleep in the salt flats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Candace, we'll talk about that. I want to do that.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I come too, though? Because that sounds
You can come.
Thank
I
you.
Yeah.
wanna come. That sounds great.
All
I've never been
right.
on a
Everybody come
train.
on. It's gonna be
Everybody
great.
goes on the-
Everybody relax. I'm pricing it. Hold on.
You don't want me and Trout to be the ones planning vacation.
No, I
We
got
will
you.
make
You need to
the
give me
best
at least
decision.
6 months notice.
Yeah.
I'll give you notice. I'm just going to plan surprises on the train, like scavenger
There
hunts
you
that you don't
go.
know
There
about.
you
I
go.
love scavenger hunts. Oh my god.
It's part of the game. We
Same.
have to go find the treasure.
It'll be unhinged. It's all going to be in verse.
I love
Like-
how also I need to be clear. What happened before we went on break? We're all just we're all like, this is the most-
We went
Also,
into,
we're
like, a
playing this
very,
game here, so
like dark moment, and then immediately when we went into break, we started talking about vacations and traveling and how Trout and I are the people that need about 0 notice. We
Maybe
will not
that's what
talk
happened to
about it. We
all
will
the
just
people
leave.
in the school. Maybe they all got sent on a vacation.
Yeah, they just all got sent away.
They
They
had,
all
they
walked
had the
into vacation.
wanderlust. They had to go.
They just had to
Why don't we
go.
just go?
Damn, must be nice.
I know, right? Just phase
I
out
love
of the
it.
school.
Why didn't they take us with it? That's the whole mystery.
We
actually.
came
It's
back
that-
from break just so we could continue the break because we can't stop talking to each other.
So we were live on the internet again
There
at
you
that
go,
point.
there you
so
go.
it was proof of life. It was, hey,
Oh,
the stream does still exist.
sorry.
I gotta wipe my eye.
Look,
We're dead,
never,
you guys.
never apologize for all of
This
this
is
loveliness.
fantastic.
You all are
having
wonderful
such a
friends,
good
and I am
time.
so lucky that I get to play with.
Listen, I'm just saying that nobody tunes into these streams for not shenanigans.
Right?
That's true.
it's
Everyone
true.
goes
All
to tabletop stream
shenanigans.
for shenanigans. That's just how it goes.
If you did tune into this stream for not shenanigans, you've never
You're
been to
gonna
this
be
channel before. So please know that this is what awaits you when you
I thought
come
you were gonna
back.
say, "What's that like?" Having
What?
those
That's
high
a non-shenanigan stream.
What is that
Did you
like? How-
expect serious D&D play or serious
Wow.
TTRPG
What is that
play? Well,
Tell us
Even
where
in
to
the-
go so we can look that up, please. I need to see a non-shenanigans stream. I want to see what that's like.
Even in the
I like when
saddest
people-
game I've ever run, there was still shenanigans.
I'm here only for people to improv with the attitude of Macbeth. That's
There
why
you
I'm
go.
here. I want to feel bad.
I'm here for
Messed up.
acting and only acting.
but like Shakespeare is also so raunchy and like
Yeah, it is.
ridiculous. Oh my god,
I want to. Oh, yeah.
I love Shakespeare.
Tabling the idea of wanting to do Shakespeare TTRPG. Anyway,
Please.
Another thing we should talk
I-
about later.
Love Shakespeare.
much of dice about nothing.
I've
I got a million of them.
written 6 things this week for different shows, and now you're
Oh,
making
God.
me want to write a 7th, and I can't do that right now.
Welcome to
I have
ADHD.
Yeah,
Take me to Messina, baby. Let's go. I want to go.
Oh my god, but the like damn it. Okay, anyway,
Okay,
with the
sorry.
students are
Dave.
phasing out of their fucking
Yes,
school.
correct.
I do want to know what the hell is going on because I'm very invested in this story.
You know
and
what,
all
Fair?
are
I'm also
distracting
very
me.
curious about what the heck is going on.
The good news is I've got 2 episodes after this to keep making things make sense, so when we do go
Oh,
on
okay, good.
shenanigan hijinks like this, I
Oh,
have
good.
time to fix it later.
Yeah.
So as you all are walking down the hallway with your gossip spell, which again, chef's kiss, perfect in
Clutch.
every way. And I can't stop picturing you all doing the walk from the Wizard of Oz. I know that's not really what's
That's what's
happening.
happening.
but
It's
somebody,
canon.
That's definitely what's
somebody
happening.
said it out loud, so that's what's real now.
It
Um,
happened.
And
And
it's
your
not-
Derryth is definitely skipping
So
because
we're like
that's what
doing
they
the Wizard
do.
of Oz skip, and if you listen closely, after a certain point, the spell wears itself out. It's just over and over again. Oh my god! Oh my god! Like just over and over and over and over and over.
Oh god, that's upsetting.
Oh, where it runs out
is
of
what
things
that
to
is.
say. Yeah.
If you let it run for too
If
long,
you let it run for too long, it just runs out. It doesn't loop right. We gotta fix that.
Vole doesn't know how to talk about mundane high school things for that long.
That's fair and valid.
Vole was like, "This is what I've got. Let's hope it's long enough to get to the classroom."
Oh,
and it
Sarah's
wasn't.
absolutely taking notes, and we'll make a full like rumor spell.
Yes.
Get a 10-minute tape.
Yeah, it's 10-minute tape. I got it. And I'll make it loop right and everything.
I love it so much. So as you all are getting like closer and closer to the classroom, at first the hall seemed like fairly full, but for every step you all take, the steps being matched by your peers are just fading out of existence until you all are the only ones in this hallway.
Are my friends disappearing at all?
You 4 are fine.
That's weird.
Yeah, that seems like probably not the best thing.
No.
Do we like feel any change in the energy or anything?
A wonderful question. Roll.
Do we feel like magic?
Yeah,
Grit?
we'll
Okay.
call it grit. Why
Grit's
not?
my second best one. I could do that too.
Hey, that is a 12.
Let's see.
My dice just exploded, so
Oh, mine too.
Huzzah!
Don't you have a 20 on
Okay.
grit?
I think I have a D10 on grit, but plus 6 because I invested everything into
Yeah.
grit.
You did.
So 17 all told.
I got a
cool.
20 total.
Oh, actually, it's way more than. Never mind. No, it's good. Ignore me. Yeah,
It is 17? Or it is not
Yeah.
17?
it's 17.
What did you get, Derryth?
12.
Hey, Sybilline, what'd you get?
I got a 3. It's not good.
I'm just amazed that I got a 20.
Okay, so
I-
Sybilline, no difference whatsoever. Nothing.
Sybilline is
Everything
having a
feels
hard
totally
time,
fine.
okay? She's stressed out.
That's fair and valid.
She's a little
Stress.
stressed.
She's
little
doing her
stressed.
very best.
Flames.
From the side
It's
of my
been a
face.
hard time.
But for everybody else, that is not Sybilline, as Sybilline just kind of continues to skip down the hallway like nothing bad has ever happened. But like very, very in their head about it. It's like your head could be anywhere else, but your body's like, it's fine. There's no danger here. Don't worry about it. The three of you though definitely notice that like sort of this like normal energy that Briderra carries is full of discovery almost. Like it is very much like a place of just sheer learning all the time. But as like the rest of your students disappear, all of that energy goes away with it. That this place just now feels very empty. And almost like the school itself has become its own cavern, for lack of a better term.
Like in Jujutsu Kaisen when there's a domain expansion is kind of the energy I'm getting here. Does anyone watch that show?
I don't know what any of that means, but I agree with you because you seem confident in it.
Heard about it.
You're
I've
alone
never
and there's a
played
very powerful creature that's at the summit of its power and
Oh,
everyone
shit.
else is like tuned out to the world. I'm very worried is basically what this means.
Yeah, that
Cool.
sounds
That is
worrying.
absolutely the energy that you should be carrying as a person right now. So yeah, you're totally
Tight.
right. Cool.
Can I just try to cast something like small, just like a try to like
cast whatever you want.
just like a I don't know like light. Just try to cast like something real little.
Sure, go for it.
To make sure we're not
Does it work?
anti-magic here.
You got to roll for it, just like any other
shit.
time that you cast.
Frick.
We don't roll for the gossip spell, but all
No.
other
No,
magic.
the gossip spell you got for free because it was cool as hell.
Mal, I
Hey,
forgot to add the adversity tokens because of my
Four.
easygoing. I gotta add like 6 because I failed like 3 checks, I think.
Yeah, go for it. Add whatever you feel is right in your heart. I'm not gonna police you on it.
About
Whatever
40
whatever you
adversity
feel is
tokens.
correct.
I get 2
Ow,
for
So
every fail.
I-
I forgot.
So I rolled my brains,
All right.
right? Okay, and I rolled my magic die, and that exploded.
Ooh.
So I get an 8 plus 4 plus 1 is 13.
Yeah.
Plus 1 is 14.
Okay.
Okay, math is hard.
That is hard.
You are able to cast it, but the light that you have made is not as bright as you would have hoped.
Motherfuck. That's probably not great.
Sib, stop skipping.
I mean, what happens now? Like, it can't just all be to us. I know that we're supposed to be happy that, like, sometimes adults don't have it all together, but it'd be really freaking great if they had it all together.
They're not
I don't
even
think
here.
that's the current concern.
It's my current concern.
No, I understand.
She has
but,
not stopped pacing this entire time.
But Sybilline, right now we appear to be in a bit of a crisis. And Cera will look towards the spell, of course, and then look back towards Sybilline. Everyone's gone, and this is happening. So I think our concerns have shifted slightly.
Oh! I think she finally realizes there's no one there. And is just, like, really embarrassed. I think she pulls out their History of Magic book to see if this has ever happened before.
Interesting. Give me a brains roll about it. If you get an 8, there's definitely something on it in the book. If you get
17.
17.
Woo!
Jesus Christ. All right. Cool. This definitely does not.
Yes.
This is fine. Yeah, you find something for sure. The last time this happened, it was not within the whole school. It was only within a wing. But one day, about 300 years ago or so, the Dark Arts wing suddenly emptied. And all of those students disappeared for about 4 days before they came back.
Oh,
How did they come
long ago was that?
back? Like 300 years?
300 years?
Does the book say anything about how the students returned? How were they?
None
were
of
they
them
changed.
None of them remembered where they had gone. All of them were more proficient in dark arts afterwards. Like, did not have to work nearly as hard to be good at it. But other than that, they looked the same, talked the same, acted the same. It was just a new proficiency in dark magic, and they had no clue where they had been for 4 days. It was like, to them, no time passed at all. They ended up exactly where they were when they disappeared.
Sarah wants to check. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say Sarah wanted to check their belongings to see if anything changed, including, like, it's a stretch, but like their pocket watch.
Well, that
I don't like
pocket
that
watch.
you're smiling at that.
The pocket watch. That thing that just keeps ticking a little bit.
Yeah.
Closer and closer and closer every day.
Yeah.
That
we haven't checked the entire time. Yeah.
You haven't checked it. At the end of last episode, even though no one had checked it, I did say that Eddie's hit 9
Eddie's
o'clock.
moved.
Right now, we are at 10.
Okay. I think after I pull out my pocket watch and I see that, is there anything else that has changed in my bag? Anything that looked like it? Like, did anything go bad? Like, because they also have snacks or things like that, or did anything change at all other than that? Okay. So they will just kind of like, they'll also pull out their own pocket watch, because the Silverleaves also have a pocket watch. They technically have two. And they'll open that in comparison and just look towards everyone. Something's weird. With my pocket watch.
What?
And they'll show the difference, the stark difference.
I check Eddie's.
Eddie's also says 10. But your, like, Silverleaf family pocket watch just says the time.
The current
Like,
time,
the-
yeah. That's
the,
what
like,
that's what I was
current
hoping
time.
for, yeah.
Sybilline starts to pace again.
Let's think this through. We know that there's a place kind of between places that houses another world where there's a conflict going on. And
Right.
Sybilline, if we're sure that people were coming back proficient in dark arts and that's what this conflict is all about, it seems to stand to reason where they are. No?
I mean, yeah, but we could go there. Why do they come back proficient in dark arts? Do they just go over there and they're immediately on the other side? Maybe their argument is pretty good.
That's a huge statement.
That is a pretty big statement.
But that's what
Can
I was...
I look and see if there are any astrological or astronomical events that would have correlated with the time that Sybilline is talking about?
Yeah, for sure. Make a roll about it.
Is it brains?
I mean, if you would like to argue that it's something else, I'll let you try.
No.
Look, I will let you try to convince me of a lot of things. Like, oh, that is not a look of confidence. That's
It
not-
started off like, yeah, and then it went, oh. Ooh.
It's one of my classes. Does that give me any?
You can use a bonus die for it then, because it's one of your classes. I actually think you may have an A+ in it then.
Oh. Yeah, Derryth does have an A+.
You have an A+.
Wait, what does that mean?
Treat it as an exploding die, so like your max, and then roll it again.
Okay. Oh, shut. All right. So, that would mean that I get a 12. No,
Ooh.
because I have do I still get the D4 or no?
Mhm.
No. Okay.
I think so.
12.
Okay. Yeah, that worked. I mean, we've also very much established that that's like your best class.
Yeah. By far. They've got their little little pocket watch with all the planets and everything. They're like obsessed with space.
You did. You used it to save the twins, so I can absolutely be behind the fact that helps you get through You do see that there was a syzygy at that point, but it was not as big as the one that is happening right now. Like, we're talking like three planets.
Okay.
It would have been
Well,
Mars, Mercury, and Jupiter.
Okay.
well, it looks like there might have been another syzygy at the time that you're talking about, Sib. So maybe that's why. Oh, and if it was only in one wig, it would make sense that there was like a smaller one.
So when there's
Maybe
a
they got
syzygy, the wall between,
transported.
or it's like walking through a veil instead of walking through a door. Something gets thinner. You can walk through it, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we have time for me to explain all of this to you right now. But Eddie and I have been to a place between places. Maybe he can help us find them and find a way to pull them back through, or at least hear what they're hearing. If you're right, Sib, and the argument is compelling, I don't know what that would look like. But there are too many unknowns right now, and now they're stealing people.
But why isn't it happening to us? They're trying to scare us, maybe, or perhaps they're trying to get us alone so we can't be helpful. It could just
Like
be
what they
that
tried
simple
to
of a
do.
tactic.
Like what they tried to do with your siblings.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know about all of your families, but that's the easiest way probably to get me to do what they want, is to use my family against me. But I don't know. I mean, it's all just a guess at this point. But I mean, maybe I can try and, I don't know, use my kind of connection with multiple people and see if I can help to reach out to them, or to see if I can figure out where they went.
I'm paging through all of my notes because I have notes on pretty much every student, just remembering specific things about them, mannerisms, things they like, just drawings of their faces. Like, can we all kind of work together here based on kind of what we're good at magically to maybe try and at least see what's happening? Like, maybe get a window through if there is like a thinness between worlds right now. With a mirror.
Derryth is also really good at divination. Obviously
Same.
not at Sib's levels, but like that is also one of their like main classes. So I think that she's gonna like sit down on the floor in the middle of the hallway wherever they are, and like reach her hands up to Sybilline and be like, "Let's try something here. Come here."
Okay, all right. They pop a squat and put their hands in your hands, and you can kind of feel them like tense at first, but like the longer you kind of hold their hands, the more they kind of like sink into it and relax.
And they're gonna kind of squeeze your hands really gently, just like a sort of reassuring thing. You're like,
Okay, let's just see what we can see. Okay.
do you guys have like anything that can maybe help them channel their energy?
I mean, I have memories of at least multiple times where I spent time with them. If that would be beneficial, I might also have some gifts from them. And
I pass some. I give Cera my book, which I rarely do for anybody. It's pretty private, but like, so pages on pages of every single student for you to read. Like, if you can try and help them channel, I'm going to make sure that their minds stay theirs.
I can do that.
I'm going to start warding my friends' minds.
And I think Derryth is going to try to just sort of use her, like, the skills that she has in divination to assist Sybilline in having a vision about to see if we can glean anything or figure out how to, like, whatever we can figure out about what the fuck is going on.
I think Sybilline like thinks about the windows and knows that like someone has to kind of, obviously there are people in the school that know that the windows aren't real because somebody would clean them, right? Somebody would be responsible for going up and washing them, and like there'd be caretaker instructions and all that stuff. So if in the absence of that, there is a doorway like by the windows or something, I think that's something that they're keeping in the back of their mind as they're trying to kind of have this vision is like, how do we get to this other place if we can't get the students back? Like, do we go there to them?
And I think how Cera can help in this, especially with Vole's book, that was actually, I think what Cera can do is maybe channel, like, I feel like there's some sort of charm magic that Cera can do that allows them to kind of like put those fond memories of all of the students kind of into that book a little bit and make it into a charm that may help them with their divination. So that's what they will do. They'll just kind of hold it gently, and they'll just try to channel all of those fond memories of all of the other students, and of course all of the ones that Cera knew well, and just their kindness and care towards them, and just try and make this book into that kind of charm that they can connect to and find individuals easier.
And I think for my part, I'm going to make sure that we all made those necklaces so we could feel when the other one's okay. I'm going to make sure like we all have those in the center, and like,
oh no,
I'm going to make sure.
Yeah, you know, the one that Derryth faked and doesn't actually have one.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, we
Oh,
don't
you
know
don't?
that.
None of you know that.
I'm
Oh,
going to have them
no.
in the center, and I'm incanting over them. The usual ward that I have for my friends, Cera, Sybilline, Derryth, and Vole, will not go to the land of the forgotten soul. And just looking at the two of you like, if you feel yourselves getting pulled away, I am right here and I will pull you back. Don't forget that I am right here. Promise.
Cheryl will nod.
Just like clicking hands.
Okay, this is how we're going to do this, because I find this very interesting.
Oh god.
We're starting with Vole.
All right.
You've done
Yeah,
the spell
yeah,
before.
yeah,
You are going to have the same same parameters as last time.
Yes.
For every 5 you hit, you get to protect one of you. 20 gets you all 4, 15 gets you 3, and so on. This
I
is
think
the
it's most
grid.
important to protect the other two than me, but fingers crossed.
Yeah, but Vole is Vole. All right. All right. So to start, that is a 9. I'm blowing some adversity tokens.
How many do you have?
I've got 6. I can get up to 15. I can protect 3 people.
Okay, so who
Right.
do you protect?
It's everyone but myself.
Got it. Noted.
Ah.
Also give me a secondary roll. This one is not as high stakes, I guess, as the other one. That is, and the second one, what do I even make that? Now that I say that out loud. I'm gonna make it brains. Actually,
Brains? Okay.
if you would like to argue for something else, I will let you. What I'm testing for here is how good are the notes on other students that are not your friends? in your
Sure.
notebook?
Yeah. I mean, the spirit in which they were written is grit, but actually how good am I at remembering stuff still feels pretty brainsy to me. I'm sure that's the right move. Let's see what happens. I've got no more adversity tokens. That is a 6. I don't know if I get to add anything to that. No, I don't really have let me look at my classes.
Cera has 10. Cera has 10 adversity.
Right, but I don't know
Um,
how Cera would help in this circumstance because they're also making a spell of their own.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
that's the problem. It's I thought the immediate thing. I'm like, that's why. Okay, let me give you a peek at why I picked what I picked. I picked easygoing because I knew that every fail, I'd get 2 adversity tokens, so I could help. Because also I can give you one adversity token equates to 2 for you all. But in this moment, I don't think I can assist.
Ah!
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know
just
how
trying to
much
play fair.
just to make
I know,
sure I'm right, Mallory. That's just a flat brain roll, right? There's no magic or anything added to that. Yeah, I rolled a 6 on a d8. I don't think because my best classes are like defense against malicious magic. I mean, well, kinda. Yeah.
Not that
Then
you
demon
knew
up.
that this is what this would be used for.
Nah, but I started doing it because of the most malicious person I can think of who's magical.
Fair enough.
You don't gotta
know
give
what?
me anything.
I will though. I'll give you it. Why not? He is the reason you do it. He is malicious and magical. It is fair that is tied to your notebook in some sort of fashion.
So should I be rolling fight instead, or do you still want it to be brains?
Still want it to be brains, but you can add a class die to it.
Add the D4. Cool.
Yeah.
Let's hit a 10, baby. I did not. That's an 8, all told.
Oh no!
Okay, then I am going to move to Cera. You want to imbue your memories into this notebook to make it a focus for these two.
Correct.
Yes?
And I feel like because of this already having information from, even if it's not 100%, it's still more than nothing. Like Cera doesn't have anything that they could imbue with this.
Yeah.
So the way that I imagine this magic channeling is that they will hold it and they're just going to recall as many fond memories in their school life as they can and call back as many individuals into their mind as they can.
Give me, what would you call, I suspect charm, but what would you
I would say
call
charm.
this?
Charm
Okay.
charm just makes most sense to
Yeah.
me because it's has to do with the heart as well as their interactions.
Can you roll charm for me?
Just for like flavor, can the reason this failed so spectacularly is like Voles thinks they're doing great, but really they just wrote a lot of like half poems about everybody because that's how they think
I
about
love
everybody.
that
There is
so
no
much.
way to tell what is about who. It is
I don't know
just
who
like
or what
a-
is. I kind
Like
of
Vole
read
knows.
it and I'm like, oh wait, I can't wait. I think I know who that is. Maybe. Okay.
That's so good.
Okay.
Oh yeah, hours without sleep. There are totally stakes.
Okay. So I rolled an 8, and I definitely have adversity. How much is my test number?
It scales.
Oh God! How? So I need to know so I know how many.
For
You have many
That's
adversity
why I'm
tokens.
saying,
Yeah.
yeah.
your like basic, you need a 12.
Oh God. Okay.
Above that would be better.
But I don't know how many adversity
Like-
tokens. To
Like,
spend.
okay, so let's call 12 basic. Let's call one step up 15, two steps up 18. All the way up is 20.
I'll spend all 10 to make 18. This is important.
Cool. So you all get a +3 to what I am about to ask of you.
Oh.
So while you two are holding this notebook, what exactly do you want to know?
I'd say the location of the students is probably priority number one.
Mhm.
But I'd also like to know how to get to this other place.
Yeah.
So perhaps like how did they get there and where exactly is there?
Yeah. Especially knowing
Yeah.
that like it could be like really kind of anywhere in this like university, like in the school. Like it could be by the actual windows themselves. It could be like all those students disappeared in a specific wing of the building that didn't necessarily seem near those windows. So
Watch this just be some first year doing an invisibility spell wrong. Like it's not even tied to the plot.
God fucking damn it, first years.
You know what? I wish I
not
would have
again,
thought of that 20
Perseus.
minutes
Not
ago.
again.
The teachers are just running. Not again.
You just hear Professor Killian
No!
yelling down the hallway. What the fuck, Paul? God damn it!
What the fuck, Paul? God damn it, Paul.
God.
I
fucking damn it.
will ask of you two then. One of you, okay, decide who's rolling for what now. Which one of you is rolling for which question? Because I'll let you ask two because there are two of you. But which one of your rolls counts for which? Because that is important.
Ooh.
Derryth, I'll let you choose.
I think I will try to see if I can figure out how to get where they're going.
Okay. But I will try to roll what happened to the students.
Yeah, where
Mhm.
Yeah, what happened? and
Because where is not where you, how do you get there? So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
you are doing where are they? And Derryth is how did they get there? Got it.
and because it's class, this is a brains roll?
For you two, yes, because you are both obviously you do divination. Derryth is in divination is one of the classes on Derryth's class schedule. So yes, you can both roll it as brains. You both get a +3 to what you are rolling.
Do I also get a D4 because of magic?
Yeah, this is magic.
Oh yeah.
What do I need?
If you want the basic answer, you're gonna need a 13. If you want the best version of your answer, you'll need a 19.
I got an 11, so
Okay.
I am going to use some adversity tokens to bump that.
Have
I
you all
got a
noticed how we're
15. I need 2 adversity tokens or 3 to get it to the good one.
3?
Okay.
We're just spending
have-
so many tokens. Have
I
you
know.
all noticed?
I will use all of my adversity tokens to bump this to an 18.
Okay, that's fine
Crap.
with me.
We're all out of tokens.
I have 1.
I just
No.
got one.
I was going to
And I
say,
got a bunch
both
of dog
Vole
treats.
and Cera just got one, and Sybilline still has one.
Everyone, eat the dog treats. See if it doesn't eat the health.
Familiar treats. Do it. Wait, maybe our familiars can do the magic. Familiars, come. Do it.
Amity can do it. Amity will sniff them out.
Scarlet will be like,
As you two sit there, Vole and Cera, as you see them, they start to look like they're flickering in and out of existence. Not in a way that makes it seem like they will disappear, but almost in a way of they're somewhere in between where these students are and where you all are.
I will squeeze Vole's hand gently just to let them know that I think everything's okay still.
I'm doubling down on the spell, and black smoke from a train, smokestack starts coming out of my collar and my ears. Just my eyes have turned black. I'm focusing on my friends.
Mm-hmm.
As you two sort of sit, to you two, it doesn't feel like anything is different. You still feel like you're in the hallway until you don't anymore. And if you two would open your eyes at all, Sybilline would recognize the battlefield that she has dreamt of multiple times since getting to school.
This
Come
is why
on.
there was pacing, everyone.
You all can see far across a field a very large circle that the edges are just made of fire. The flames rise anywhere from 6 inches to a few feet, depending on what's happening around it. And you can't quite see everybody over there because it's a fairly good distance away. But you can see one person in a dark hooded robe, with a bunch of other people in similar robes that aren't quite as ornate. The main person that it seems is in front of everybody else has silver and red ornate threading all through this robe, and everybody else's is very plain, just stiff black. And when the flames rise and lower, when they are low enough, you can see a lot of students just in the middle of a flaming circle. And if you look past that, you can see other circles of fire, and each one has maybe 30 students in it, 40. And they go as far as the eye can see. Just circle after circle after circle. And the flames, at first, they all just look red, very normal fire. But as each circle kind of ignites a little bit more and the flames go higher, the flames start to turn black and blue. And you would certainly suspect that all of the students at Briderra are here now. All of them are trapped in these circles.
This is bad.
And
This
you
is
can't
bad.
see any of their faces. They're too far away. You can hear some screams and some yells and some people saying things like, "Hey, fuck you, let me out of here." but when somebody tries to step to the flame, it just gets bigger, like it'll burn.
I want to try to touch it. I want to try to touch the ground. Are we sitting like we were in the hallway?
Mhm.
I want to try to touch the ground. Do I feel like grass or anything?
You do, but not solidly.
Okay, cool. I'm. Oh boy. This is a bad choice. Sorry, guys. But it's what they would do. Derryth is going to look up and yell, "Hey!" Do they look at me?
They do not, but some of the people that are closer to the side that you're on do.
I look at
Okay.
Derryth and I'm like, they never hear me. I mean, they kind of do. Sometimes people talk to me, but not really. But it's like this all the time.
All the time? Wait, what do you mean?
I've had some dreams, kind of. It's really scary. I'm on this
Of
battlefield.
this?
I can't get out. I walk all over. I go up and down, and I can't go home until I'm home. All of a sudden.
How far away are the fancy people in their fancy robes and not fancy robes?
The ones that are in charge of the flames that seem like
Yeah,
they're
those
holding a
guys.
beer fountain. Your closest circle is probably like 50 feet away from you, and then they all stretch
50.
backwards from there.
Okay.
I mean, do you want to go try to talk to him? We can try. We can try to talk to him.
I want to take one of the rocks out of my pocket and throw it and see if I can hit somebody in the head.
You know what? I'm rolling for that because I can't decide
Okay.
whether it does or not. It doesn't hit anyone in the head, but it does like land sort of and rolls through the fire. So now there is a like small rock on the inside of the circle with somebody, and there is a student that like notices that it showed up.
Okay. Well, I mean, if we're here, maybe at least we can try. I'm gonna grab Sybilline's hand and stand up.
I just kind of
Are
go
they-
along.
Are they still solid on the other side of this?
Say that one more time.
Are they still flickering? I'm not seeing what they're seeing, right?
No,
I'm just watching
No,
them.
yeah, you just see them in the hallway like this. You two
I'm just making
on
sure
the
they're
other
staying
side
here.
Are,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can still see them for sure.
Good.
But you still see them sitting on the ground. Like even when they get up, you don't see that they have moved at all. They're sort of like frozen in time on your side of things. But you two, as you get up, could notice that you all are not. You're not flickering really, like you can see each other fairly solidly. There's maybe like a little bit of a transparency to the two of you, but there is no like threatening of going to another place like flickering would make you think.
Okay. I think I'm gonna try to start walking towards Fancy Boy.
Yeah. I think you feel like Sybilline's hand get really tight on yours, like in a do not let go of my hand kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what, we do not let go.
Never let go, Jack.
Correct.
And Derryth is gonna give you another like reassuring kind of squeeze and look back. Be like, listen, we're never gonna get through this if we don't do it together.
Yeah. It's less scary with you here. I just hope we can save everybody.
We don't have to save everybody.
Sybilline's face is just like cracks, like
That's too much pressure to put on yourself. can't save everyone. You can just do your best. We're
Yeah.
just doing our best.
Yeah, we're gonna do our best.
Sib, we're just gonna do our best. It's all that we can do.
Sybilline thinks about all the times that they've been in this world and have tried to do their best and have failed to like make any headway, and just keeps that to himself. Trying to be positive.
All right. I'm going to keep walking forward towards Fucknuts up there.
Keep it going.
I think on our way, I like look at you and I'm like, so like, should we like be friendly? Should we be curt? Should we be authoritative?
You know, I don't know if I'm the right person to ask that question. God, I wish Cera was here.
I know.
I think that maybe we start by asking politely what the fuck is going on, and then we can be less nice if they're not amenable to, you know, not trapping all of the students in flame prisons. It seems like a bad thing.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, right. I'll be tough. I'll be tough but fair.
Okay.
Like Judge Judy.
Who's that?
It's a non-Madge thing. Don't worry about it. She's a lady who means business most of the time.
Okay, I know what that means when you mean business.
Yeah.
She starts
GM.
humming "It's business time" under her breath.
Oh, you know that one.
Time for business. It's business time.
GM, if I may ask a thing.
You're
Brushing
absolutely
my
can.
teeth.
I'm sorry, the Judge Judy comment
No.
really threw me off after a
No.
childhood of having to watch Judge Judy every night. For
No,
literally,
same.
Like
Don't worry
17
about
years.
it. Same. I feel that. I feel that. I feel it. I'm there with you. I stand right by your side.
Thank you.
So, as this is happening, Cera feels a little helpless in this moment because Vole is doing what Cera's spell is done, basically. So Cera's just kind of staring, trying to like help with Vole's feelings, and Cera wants to connect with her friend. Like, one of the things that they always need to make sure is they're connected to their besties. And so seeing the distant looks of the two that are sitting on the ground and knowing that Vole is so nervous about them, is there a way for Cera to try and connect in a way that can make sure, like a tether, like a safety tether of some kind, and just grant them a little bit more confidence, kind of like a soothing spell of some kind?
Yeah.
Okay.
You tell me what that looks like, and then roll charm for it.
I think with how Cera is thinking, Cera's seeing, of course, the concern on Vole's face, and Cera just kind of closes their eyes, and in their mind they think to themselves, all I have is my heart, and they're part of it. I have to do something. I have to let them know I'm there still. And then they're just going to try and just say, I believe in you both. You can do this. Just saying words of encouragement over and over and over, just trying to reach them.
That
And
is
you said
so
charm?
pure. Yes.
Okay.
That's
Can
very
I-
pure, and I'm giving you a +3 to it because it's just really that cute.
Okay. All right. Oh, that's a 17, so it's a 20.
Huzzah!
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. You're good.
So I think what will happen then, if I can take narrative control just for a second.
please do. I would love that.
I'm going GM mode. I apologize.
No,
I always
you
feel that I do this
You don't
shit.
need to say sorry to me. You just gotta go be your cool fucking self.
You got it. I think how this looks is the two of them that are walking in this horrible like battlefield. They start to see at their feet as they're stepping a sunflower grow, and then another one, and then
There you
another one,
go.
and they can just hear Cera's words as they bloom. You can do this. I believe in you. I'm here for you. We have you.
Yeah, Sybilline definitely starts to cry and just like squeezes Derryth's hand. But like out of the corner of your eye, you can see like their back gets straighter and their shoulders kind of square. And like eventually like the grip that they have on your hand just kind of softens.
So as we get up to fucknuts up there, I'm gonna yell again like, "Hey! Are you listening to me?"
One moment.
Oh. Well, no, I'll let you do your thing first.
Go ahead and say what you want your thing to be, because a lot of things are about to happen in very quick succession.
So
Well, fuck!
So Sybilline knows that they're never like heard, or at least people act like they can't hear them kind of when they're in these when they're in this like vision kind of state. So I was gonna ask, is there anything different about this time that makes them feel like either something that they know they can do to make this person hear them, or like is there something that feels different about this time?
This is the first time that you've been on the battlefield that everything hasn't been smudged out like it was before. Like before, you couldn't see the faces or anything like that. You could only ever see, like on some ropes, you could see like the crest of Briderra, things like that. This person's robe has a portion of it that looks like it's been like ripped apart, like almost like when something's embroidered and you rip all of it out. You can see sort of the circle where something used to be. And there is a house pin on it, like a head of house would have. But this one is just black.
I think I whispered to Derryth, I think they used to be one of us, but they're not anymore.
Okay. Right. So she's she's like, "Hey, can you hear me? I'm talking to you."
A lot of things are about to happen very quickly. Cera, you and your tether to these two is sort of, because it's so strong, because you're making all these sunflowers grow, it is hard for you to realize when something happens. And Vole, I need a grit check.
Yep. Wrong die. Where the heck is the 10? Okay. Magical? Does it have anything to do with the mental ward I've got on these three?
Yes, but specifically you do not have it on you.
I do not. So I guess there's no spell on me, huh?
Correct.
Cool. Then that is a 7.
Okay, cool. Good to know. So as you say, hey, are you listening? Can you hear me? Vole, you feel something tug at the back of your robe hard enough to back you out of the space. Cera cannot see it because she is tied into, or they're tied into the other two, and all of a sudden your body is up against the wall and all you can hear is the wind passing by as a train rushes to anywhere but here. I told you I'd get you. You little fucker. You stupid teenage brat. I said that you would be back here with me, and I was right. And this feels great. This is nice for me, honestly. This is good. This has just been like almost a decade in the making, but I'm dead, so I can wait. I'm patient, and I can wait.
Did you hurt them?
I'm not gonna have to. Your little friend with the owl, just talk to him. At this point, there's nothing left for me to do. I had one job, and I did it, so...
Job.
Yeah.
Talk. Now.
Oh, yeah, I just let all this happen, for sure. Yeah, no, the plan was that I needed to get you here close enough, got you in front of those fucking assholes on the other side, and she gave you the dog, and then you got to go to school here, and blah, 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 fuck, whatever. Makes me sick, honest to God, how much people want to help people. That's disgusting. And then I needed to get your little friend that sees things to the other side. And I did it. They're over there, you're over here, you're with me. The one that's growing sunflowers, didn't know anything about them, but they're fine, I guess. They'll look, the two super happy-go-lucky ones, they'll be fine, probably. Eventually.
You can't keep me here. I'm going to get my friends.
You can certainly try. And in that moment that interaction is happening, Derryth, when you say that, the figure in the robe does not look at you, but one of the students does. You don't know them very well. They're an Aniara student, and their name is Nova. Nova Ravencroft is a blind student who has a familiar of a bat. And her bat, Martin, can hear you. And so she looks over very quickly when you say that, before there is any other acknowledgement in any way, and just says, Derryth, are you here? And when she says that, the hooded figure just looks at you, head on a pivot. And the robe, or the hood, comes down, and you can see a man with very sunken in features, extremely pale, under their eyes is darker than Vole's, and you didn't know that was possible. But this man looks like he not only has not slept in years, but probably has not had life in him in years. And as he looks at you, you see he has no eyes, but just sockets where everything was, with the darkest of lines all the way down to here. Derryth Gold, it is so lovely to finally meet you. That's where we're gonna cut.
Yeah.
That's a nice part to just end on. Good. I think that's fine.
Wait, is Cera all alone again? Cause fuck.
You're with their bodies.
Oh God,
You're
that
not
doesn't.
alone.
I have a very important question.
Fine.
Yes.
Is my body still in the hallway?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because that's
Yes.
a big old lore thing. I knew it!
Okay. Okay, that I can work with this. I can work with this.
I heckin' knew it, and so did Vole.
Comes together.
I can work with this.
I don't like it.
I'm about to fight this guy. I'm ready.
Kill it with fire.
I think it potentially can't be killed. But yeah.
I don't like that.
Everything can be killed.
If you try hard enough.
Probably.
I'm so pumped. I'm so ready for next. Is it time now? Can we just say it's time
We just
now?
keep going. Hey, look, it's Monday. It's 6
Oh,
p.m.
look,
Let's go.
It's magically next Monday.
Let's go. Fuck. Damn it.
I'm so pumped.
This is
Everyone's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great.
Absolutely, we're
Super
all
good.
great.
I wouldn't think about it at all.
No,
We're all-
we're not okay,
Oh,
you guys.
No.
We are
No.
capable. We are best friends.
Yes, absolutely.
We're gonna be. We are
Besties, besties,
protagonists. Gosh darn it, we're gonna make
Through the
it.
power of friendship.
besties. That's like my whole thing.
All of a sudden, Sarah's fucking necklace just bursts into flames. I don't think they're okay.
I don't
No.
think they're okay.
We're
I
not.
Is this thing on?
Oh, that's true. Sarah would be able to feel the heat from the necklace.
That's very
This is
true.
Morse code for
Yes.
Well, you know what the sad thing is? Sybilline can't see this man interacting with Derryth at all, and Derryth's necklace isn't real.
What?
That's
I can't
true.
see them interacting?
Yeah, my
You're
necklace
real.
isn't real, so sucks.
Your
sucks
necklace
me.
is real, baby.
Well,
I mean,
I guess we're just fucked then, everyone. Good job.
I just have to go over. I'm gonna smack Sybilline in
Well,
the
but
neck,
here's the
and
thing,
they're
I
gonna
am
be like,
still-
"What the fuck?"
Here's the thing, though. I am tethered, so maybe that might help us in that sense.
That you are tethered. That's fair.
I am
And
tethered.
you know what? Next week you can even remind me at top of show. I will let you roll to see if you can figure out that they're in distress.
Okay,
I will.
sure.
I will absolutely let you roll for that.
I'm gonna
Remind
write that
me.
note.
Remind me that'll be first roll at top of show next week, and it will make an
Okay.
absolute difference in what is about to happen.
You got it.
Cool.
Everything's really fine, guys. I wouldn't worry about it.
I mean, I'm pretty pumped. I honestly,
It's
I cannot
amazing.
wait to see how this goes.
So happy.
I am not pumped. I am offended.
I am appalled.
I am not pumped.
Mm-mm.
Flames
I refuse.
from the side of my face.
That's it right there. You know. That's it right there.
That's it.
Mrs. Peacock. Right there.
You got it. I got you.
Absolutely love Clue. Literally, my favorite movie, my favorite board game, my whole life. I love all of it.
Oh, Mrs. White. not
Aw.
Mrs. Peacock.
Yeah,
Mrs.
this
Peacock
Mrs.
has
White.
glasses.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
Big glass.
absolutely.
Still
Bless
listen.
her heart. We can just
What?
honestly, Mama Cat, that is such a good compliment. Thank you so much. I love you dearly. Whoever would like to go first, I don't remember what order. Vanessa, you were last.
I think I
Yes.
was.
Cool,
Yes.
we're going backwards.
Hi, I'm Vanessa. You can mostly catch me over on Fem Gamer Party. Running lots of stuff. We're taking a bit of a break in August to let ourselves reset, but that doesn't mean we're not going to be doing things, because you can catch me on Tuesdays in August. Tuesdays? Maybe Thursdays. Well, we're doing things on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I think I'm going to be there on Tuesdays playing Bloodlines and Black Magic as
Yeah, you are.
yeah. As Elise, the now 35-year-old who owns a metaphysical shop in West Birch and is married with a 5-year-old and is really not super excited to get roped back into this shit. So we'll see how they react to it. They're not thrilled. Their wife is also not thrilled. Kid's pretty cool with it though. It's fine.
That's great.
Kid
And
is
on
biased.
Wednesdays, Kid is like, God, Mom, you're so cool. And they're like, this is not cool. And then on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. ish, you can catch me for Morning Initiative, which is our morning show where I don't actually talk about TTRPG stuff. We just drink coffee and talk about whatever the fuck we want. And I think that's it for right now.
I think I was next.
You were.
Hi, Candace here. You can find me at that Candace girl on Twitter, probably. You can find me at Candace Marie on Blue Sky, probably. And then you can also find me at Candace Magnificent everywhere else. Most of the time when I'm not there. Listen, I'm going to get better at socials and streaming soon. It's coming. It's going to be great. You can find me on other people's channels. Like, for example, Wednesday. You can find me over at Chaotic Wholesome Presents at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time for the second half of our My Little Pony Stealing Thunder mini campaign. It's great. I play a character named Janet Tenderheart, and she has a little southern accent, and she's really cute. So if you would like to see me be a little pony and prance, and you want to donate $30 to $40 to hear me sing a pony parody that I wrote with my own little hands, then come on by. It's going to be great. You can also find me on a bunch of stuff coming up on Crossroads Games. You can find me on the podcast of 12-Sided Stories, and every other Saturday on What We Do in the Shallows over on Matihi's channel. There's a lot of stuff coming up, so definitely consider following me. There's a charity stream I'm doing next month, a podcast, and some other one-shots. And yeah. Oh, and please check me out on the Girl by Moonlight podcast that you can find anywhere you catch your pods. It's called Bloom and Blight. I play Belladonna.
Right.
We're all poisonous flowers, and I'm Belladonna.
Yes.
Noise.
Popcorn over to Trout.
Hi, I'm Trout. Yeah, I played Vole Kaigan today. They're in a pickle, and my partner Adam and I make Trixie Wizard comics. You can find us at Trixie Wizard on Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, Tumblr, TrixieWizard.com. Sometimes I remember to update the Facebook. It's a crapshoot. We do comics, fan art, TTRPG, art, and actual plays. We made a card game this year called Witchy Cakes. We have a pretty big announcement coming up for a new project that we are releasing starting next month that I'm really excited. So stay tuned because we're about to really bother everyone on socials about it. And let me see. You can find me every other Sunday on Emma Panada's channel playing Lost in Ravenloft. Obviously here on Mondays. This Friday, you can see me with lovely Hina for Pride Never Dies. I'm very excited about that. And yeah, what else? Yeah, we have a Cypher game called Bride and Blight, which is on, you can watch all of season 1 on Stella Luna's YouTube. I recommend it if you like revolutions and undersea stories. It is a treat. And Hina.
Hi. Oh wait. Oh hi. My name is Hina. I am a game mattress, as I said before in the beginning of this game. Over on twitch.tv/GMHina. You can find me running a homebrew campaign in D&D where we run in the world of Drestrea, where the world has gemstone dragons as gods. And also I run a Monster of the Week campaign every Wednesday. Where the children are trying to stop an apocalypse, usual shit. Those two are currently on a little bit of a break as we take our long rests. But as Trout lovingly said, on Friday, I also, every Fridays in July, I've been running a Thirsts Are Lesbians one-shot to raise money for the Trans Lifeline. And it's been a lot of fun. We played Thirsts Are Lesbians. We played with 4 different tables, and Trout gets to join me on the last one, and it's going to be probably one of the more chaotic one because I've never had a session 0 where people were like, but what if we did this? And I was like, oh, so it's going to be a wild one for sure. So if you want to come help donate to Trans Lifeline, that'll be over on my channel on Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific. So that's 6 p.m. Eastern over on twitch.tv/GMHina. And it's a good cause. We really like the Trans Lifeline. I just learned about it recently, and I think I'm going to do it every year. So yeah, hopefully you can come join us for that.
I love it. And then there's me. Hi, I am Mallorie, and I am your game master for this show, and I help run this channel. I am also a player in a lot of other places. Our finale of Dragonlance over on Eric Frankhouse Presents, which is a campaign we've been playing for 7 months. We were supposed to play it for 3. We signed on through March, and then all of a sudden it is July. But the finale is tomorrow. If you haven't watched last week's episode and you're going to be really crushed if I ruin something for you for tomorrow, take out your headphones for a solid 10 seconds. I'm a half dragon now, and it is one of the coolest things that has ever happened to me. I am about to go into a huge battle, and I get to have wings. This is awesome. I'm very excited. We will have that finale tomorrow, and then are going to do like a movie later for each cast, but for tomorrow I will have to say goodbye to Everin for at least for now, and I'm very sad about it, but if you want to come hang out, please do. It's going to be wonderful. On Wednesday we'll be back here with Root, and I think that's it for me this week. I've had a lot of weeks lately that's been like 4 or 5 streams. I am back to designing games and things full time. I am working on what comes next for this channel. I will also be on Country Roads in August with Vanessa. And I'm back as Ollie. Ollie is the only character that lives in between timelines permanently. But now she can only be in one because something bad happened and she had to sacrifice living in both timelines to try to save somebody's life. And she did. But now she doesn't get to go back to the timeline she's actually supposed to live in, which is a little sad for her. So we're gonna figure that out hopefully in August. We're gonna attempt to figure it out in August, or Ollie has to learn to cope, which she doesn't do very well. So... Plus, she's now experiencing dreams for the first time. She's never had dreams before because she's given them up to the like creature thing, so she could have her power to go between worlds, and now she doesn't have the option to anymore. So now she's dreaming for the first time, which is also very strange for her. I have another thing in August that I don't know if I'm supposed to say yet because they haven't announced anything, but August 8th I'm going to do something real cool. I'm very excited about it. And I think that's it. Probably I've got some stuff coming up that's pre-recorded that I'm very excited about that I'll get to do at some point soon and then talk about it when people talk about it. But yeah, a lot of things I'm not allowed to talk about right now, which is also fine. In the meantime though, we will be back for Root on Wednesday, 9 p.m. here, and Jenna of Femme Gamer Party comes and plays that with us. I have I just want the Thanos Infinity Gauntlet of the Femme Gamer Party people is essentially what I'm working towards right now. I'm doing great.
I mean,
actually
do
no,
you not
technically I've done
already
it.
have that?
I've done it. I've accomplished it. I did it already. Look at
Just
me
love that you
go.
had a goal and you had already
And
accomplished
I
said
already
goal.
accomplished that goal. That's how much sleep I've not been getting lately. If that.
Those are like the best kind of goals, though. You're like, one day I'll have that, and you already had it.
Honestly, though, doesn't
You're like,
make
but
you feel
wait!
real good.
But wait, I've done.
There is no
the
better
impossible.
feeling of accomplishment than being like, oh, I wish I could do this thing, and then being like, oh wait, I did
Wait,
it.
I
I
did.
did it already.
Oh wait,
Um,
wow.
It's perfect, really, truly. So come watch us do that. I play a little Pika, which is a type of bunny. And she's wonderful and adorable, and she writes down everything because she's a chronicler. And they accidentally started a government coup, and now all she wants is this crystal thing that falls out of the sky. Accidentally. Jenna started it very on purpose, and then we were like, what's happening? Because Ryan was like, not where I thought any of this would go. You all, about 3 minutes in, decided to overthrow the government, and I was like, what am I going to do with this?
Listen, the
It's
real
fine.
enemy of all TTRPGs is just capitalism. I think
Correct.
it's
Very true.
this.
I thought you were gonna say scheduling, but also yes, capitalism.
Oh,
is
No,
it's
definitely
capitalism and
capitalism.
scheduling.
Who's usually the culprit with the scheduling? I'm just...
Capitalism.
That's true. That's true. Needing money. That's true.
And then outside of that, we'll be back next week. Next week is penultimate. We only have 5 and 6 left. 2 episodes.
What am I gonna do without all of you?
And then we're gonna get together on stream and just talk about bullshit because
Yes.
we have to.
I can't give these 4 people up. Okay, I'm sorry.
It's a very
I can't,
important
can't do
wrap
it.
up.
It is.
Very
It's a
important.
very important wrap up,
So
and we're gonna do that.
And then we're gonna just
perfect.
constantly do lunch over and over again. It's fine.
We're gonna do Zoom lunches, and it's gonna be beautiful and lovely. You see why I love these people so much? You see
Tabletop
why-
friends are the best friends.
They are. They're wonderful, and I love them very much. It's great. I'm very lucky that I have really cool, talented friends that want to come game with me. And before I get too sappy, I'm gonna say the sign-off thing so I can not be live anymore because I'm not gonna get super sappy at 12:15 in the morning, and it's gonna
We're not even at penultimate, and we're all like, "You all have changed me
pretty much.
so much."
This is finale shit. We gotta all write our speeches so we can have time.
Ah!
I'd like to
Oh,
thank
man.
the Academy.
This is great. I love my friends and I love my life, and this is the happiest I've ever been. And with that, love yourself, take care of each other, go have a super magical evening, and we'll see you back here on Wednesday for Root. We'll see you back here next week for episode 5 of Trusting Fates. Go live your best life, and we will see you later. Bye.